some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more.
Yes, my peoples, man. You know I'm always here for you lot, man. Back again with another one, MetricBay. Listen, when I get straight into it, Fabrizio's come out. He's done a bit of talking as he always does. I'm going to play the video. Let me just let you lot know. This is from Fabrizio Romano's YouTube. This is not my video. It's Fabrizio Romano's. So obviously we're going to play the video and then we're going to get into it as we always do. I'm not going to, sit around just chatting for no reason. So yeah, let's get into it. We're going to play what Fabrizio said. He spoke about Man United players and then we'll get straight into it. Let's get into it.
Then, guys, let's move to Manchester, because on Marcus Rashford, many questions, guys, on this one, but Rashford knows that Man United want him out, the club, the management, the manager, so Rashford is prepared to go. The desire of Marcus Rashford remains Barcelona. That's not something new. Since January, Marcus Rashford wants to go to Barcelona, and in the recent days, after the Nico Williams deal collapsed, Rashford maintains his position. He knows that for Barcelona is important to be aware of his desire to go to Barca. That's not a secret. Rashford would love to go to Barca. So the message is very clear from Marcus Rashford. But at the same time, Barcelona, from what I'm hearing, still have to decide internally what they want to do for the new winger. So at the moment, Barcelona have not started a real negotiation with Manchester United. Barcelona registered this interest from Rashford, spoke to Marcus Rashford camp several times to be informed of the situation. And then Barcelona also started understanding the numbers of the deal from Manchester United. So they are aware of everything, but there is still no formal negotiation between Barca and Man United for Rashford. Because Barca have to decide internally what they want to do with the winger. The dream is Luis Diaz, Rashford is dreaming of Barca and is available, so it's on Barca now to decide what they really want to do. On Manchester United, guys, it's also important to say that Onana suffered an hamstring injury today, so he will be out for several weeks. For Manchester United, this probably means that he's not going to leave this summer. That was already complicated. Now probably this injury rules out any move in terms of exit for Onana, despite some interest from Saudi. But I can tell you in the last weeks, Onana already started focusing on the new season with Manchester United, on doing his best for Man United, basically reset, restart, now starting the new season with Ruben Amorim as coach. So he really wanted to focus on doing his best for Manchester United. So that's the situation for Onana and his future. We wish him to return as soon as possible from his injury. And then, guys, don't forget, when you ask me questions on Javi Guerra and Manchester United and other players, that the topic, the main focus, the absolute desire for Manchester United remains Bryan Mbeumo. The contacts are still ongoing between United, Brentford, people involved in the deal. Mbeumo still wants to go to Manchester United, and the club maintain their confidence, their optimism to get the green light and sign Bryan Mbeumo in the next days. So still no breakthrough in this story as of tonight, but Manchester United keep working, keep negotiating, keep advancing to find the right structure for the deal. They are working on easy and difficult add-ons, trying to make Brentford happy with their final proposal. So Man United are on it. The Mbeumo deal is absolutely alive at this moment as of this he will be out for several weeks. For Manchester United, this probably means that he's not going to leave this summer. That was already complicated. Now probably this injury rules out any move in terms of exit for Onana, despite some interest from Saudi. But I can tell you in the last weeks, Onana already started focusing on the new season with Manchester United, on doing his best for Man United, basically reset, restart, now starting the new season with Ruben Amorim as coach. So he really wanted to focus on doing his best for Manchester United. So that's the situation for Onana and his future. We wish him to return as soon as possible from his injury. And then, guys, don't forget, when you ask me questions on Javi Guerra and Manchester United and other players, that the topic, the main focus, the absolute desire for Manchester United remains Bryan Mbeumo. The contacts are still ongoing between United, Brentford, people involved in the deal. Mbeumo still wants to go to Manchester United, and the club maintain their confidence, their optimism to get the green light and sign Bryan Mbeumo in the next days. So still no breakthrough in this story as of tonight, but Manchester United keep working, keep negotiating, keep advancing to find the right structure for the deal. They are working on easy and difficult add-ons, trying to make Brentford happy with their final proposal. So Man United are on it. The Mbeumo deal is absolutely alive at this moment as of this weekend, with Manchester United prepared to push again in negotiation and get Bryan Mbeumo in a crucial target for their summer transfer window.
So you lot heard what he's saying, basically. He said a whole load of nothing, per usual. So that's what Fabrizio said on his YouTube page. Obviously, if you want to go check it out, go check it out. He spoke about Rashford, Onana, and Mbeumo. He's barely more or less said anything new, but this is it more or less summarized, isn't it? He said about Onana, he's expected to be out for several weeks, but the player remains focused on staying at Manchester United, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, he's going to stay now that he's injured. So, yeah, he's staying regardless. So, yeah, and he's basically said no official bids on the table so far, despite early interest from Saudi and me. Everyone thought he was going to go Saudi. That was going to be our way out. And then Saudi just said, we don't even want this geezer no more. They watched everything last season. Even Saudi don't want you, know it's long. But Fabrizio, all of that, basically, that video just broken down. He's basically saying contacts are still ongoing between United, Brentford and others involved in the deal, and Mbeumo still wants to go to Man United, blah, blah, blah. We remain optimistic to get the green light and sign Mbeumo the next days. Yeah, everyone keeps talking about this next days, next week type of stuff. So we'll see. Still no breakthrough as of tonight, but United keep working, negotiating, keep advancing to the right structure for the deal. They're working on easier and more difficult add-ons. They're trying to make Brentford happy with their final proposal. United are on it. And the deal is completely alive as of this weekend. United prepared to push again and get Bryan Mbeumo a crucial target for their transfer window. We know that. We know everything he just said. But cool, innit? It's good to hear that it's still alive. It's still going. We're still trying to make a breakthrough, blah, blah, blah. So it's cool. It is what it is, isn't it? And he basically just said the same thing on his Twitter. So that's the situation with what Fabrizio's come out and said last night is basically everything that we already kind of know, but at least he's not coming here and saying it's collapsing, it's stalling, it's a tense situation. I don't know if you lot have seen what's going on with the Gyökeres situation with Arsenal, but that one is tense, where Arsenal don't want to budge with their price. The sporting president's coming out and saying, we're not going to budge. It's cool. If he doesn't leave, if they don't pay what they're paying, we're gonna fine him and blah blah. It's crazy. So it's good to see that that's not happening here. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Let me get a few of these and I'll get into the next one. Don't worry, I got you. Look forward to this show every morning, Mitch. Come on, bro, man. You know I'm here for you like every day, man. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button as well, man. This is normal for us. Take a day off and relax, brother. No days off, bro. No days off. 2-3 times a day. All the Man United news. No days off. Yeah? So you need the Man United news every day. You want to know what's going on? Just come over here, bro. Put your notifications on and subscribe. Olabi, good morning, man. Pick up yourself, man. Onana out. Yeah, Chris, man. He's out. No more transfer for him. Be good on the mic in WWE. All he does is talk. Onana. Everyone's crying over this in a minute, Kelvin. Good morning, bro. Hope you have a blessed Sunday and here's some good news. You too, Kamel, man. Big up yourself, man. Let's get into it. Anyway, let's get into most of the news. We've got a few things to talk about. So we've got this now. You see, this is Jackson. This came out yesterday night. As you can see, the dates are at the bottom and whatnot. So Jackson, we're kind of linked with him now. And this has come out from the same geezer that broke Lenny Euro's news. So this is the geezer that broke the Lenny Euro's news that we was in for him, blah, blah, blah. So that's why everyone's saying it's kind of credible. So obviously it's come out. I've seen it from the Man United exclusive page, and it's Nabil, that's his name. Man United have inquired about Chelsea striker Nicholas Jackson. The door is open for him to leave Chelsea for 60 million. So I've seen that. And if you look at the comments, everyone's saying, oh, he's reliable. He brought the Euro news, blah, 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 blah. So I'm sitting there thinking, rah, we're really in for Jackson. Like, because everyone's saying this geezer's so reliable. So I'm saying, what, we're really, really in for Jackson. There's no way we're in for Jackson. And you know me, bro. I don't sit down and just look at the one Twitter and go off that. I like to get into the actual articles and whatnot. So I've gone to the actual guy's page. So if you look at the Man United page, the first article, it just says, yeah, Man United have inquired. So it looks like we've just gone out there, inquired about Jackson. So I'm thinking, no way we're in for this walking red card. There's no way we want him. So I've gone to the actual article. I can't speak French, so I've obviously translated it. As you can see, translated from French. Info is the door is the door is open for Nicholas Jackson at around 70 million euros for Chelsea. An update will be made after FIFA Club World Cup. He could stay or leave. English clubs have made inquiries. Aston Villa, MU, etc. What the fuck does that mean? In Italy, Napoli's interested. So what is that then? It's getting reported on our page, the Man United exclusive page, as if Man United's gone out their way, rang Chelsea, we want Jackson, we're inquiring. What's going on with him? Bro, when my man actually brings it down and you look at what he's saying, he says he could stay or leave. English club have made inquiries. Aston Villa, Man U, etc. He didn't even rate it like Man U, etc. You know, when you're talking about the relegation zone, you'll be like, yeah, man, we should be beating teams like Burnley, Sheffield United, etc. You're not saying Sheffield United indirectly. You're just talking about a selection of teams. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I don't know what's going on, but it don't seem like it's solidified. The way they put it on our page anyway, it's like we've just gone out there and gone mad for him. No, we haven't. He's basically just saying these teams have made inquiries, so they've probably asked the wrong question or something. That's it. Wow. But yeah, man, we can't be getting Jackson. No way. He's a walking red card. He's a walking yellow, minimum. I ain't got time for him. Misses too much chances. We ain't got time for that. And then obviously we're linked with Ederson again. I've told you, look, how much times we've been linked with him in the last couple of months. I think he's going to be our ideal midfielder if we can obviously sell some players. But we've been linked with him hella times. For midfield, I don't think we've been linked with any person. Since I've been doing this, we've been linked with him so much times, I don't think I've seen anybody linked with him as much. This is a Brazilian journalist. Obviously, Ederson's Brazilian. And he just basically says, Man United, Inter Milan and Juventus open talks for Atlanta's Ederson. And this is how much times we've been linked to him. Look at this. This is from Rob Dawson on the 30th of June. The date's at the bottom. If Man United can boost their budget with incoming transfer fees, there might be headroom to move for a midfielder like Atlanta's Ederson or Crystal Palace's Adam Wharton. Fabrizio spoke about it in April. The season was still going on last season. Fabrizio spoke about Ederson. So this is what I'm saying. He's probably our main midfield candidate because they've been talking about him for ages. So like I said, Nicholas Jackson, I don't know what's going to happen there, if it's true or not, but we got, Ederson as well. So that's the situation with that. Let me get a few more of these and then I'll cut back to the next one. Good morning, Bobby. Blessed Sunday. King K, Metro the news we need every day, even Sundays. Therefore, soon #1. Only sad thing is we need some signings now, bro. Trust me, man. King K, we need some signings, brother. It's a bit mad still. It's techie. I don't know what they're arguing about with this Mbeumo thing, what they're talking about every day. But, bro, it's got to get wrapped up. But Fabrizio's come out today. He's talking about the next couple of days. It should be more or less. So we'll see. We had a little article yesterday that was something like that. So we'll see what comes from it, man. Hopefully, in the next few days, people are saying next week, so we'll see next week, innit? That's basically like, if next week it happens, it makes sense because of pre-season. If it doesn't happen next week, then we are doomed because there's no more reason for it to rush. Next week is the week before it's pre-season next week. Literally starts next week on the 19th. So yeah, it has to be next week or we're fucked. There's no reason for to rush them. So yeah, bro. Big up yourself, King K. Expectations for our first pre-season game. We play Leeds, innit? Our first pre-season game, for those that don't know, we play Leeds in Sweden. So we play Leeds in Sweden, in Stockholm, I think it is. And then it's the proper tour. So they're not really taking this serious, but they are. Let me show you that. So this is the pre-season now. Leeds is Stockholm on the 19th of July. Then we get on the plane on the 22nd of July. And then we go on the US tour. So we're going to be in America, New Jersey on the 27th. We play West Ham, Bournemouth. We played them in Chicago on the 31st. And then Everton, we played them in Atlanta on the 3rd of August. That's all in America. And then we come back, play Fiorentina on the 9th of August in Old Trafford. That's the first time we're going to wear the new home kit in front of the fans, basically. So that's the situation with pre-season. So yeah. So hopefully, man, I think we should beat Leeds, man. We should, but you just never know, but we're going in with the same team that we finished 15th with. Anything can happen, but he's obviously implementing his style now. Cunha's there. It might be a bit different. We'll see. Jacko news coming to United is fake. I'm with you, Dave. I believe it as well. I'm saying the same thing. I like, see, when I see these documents like this, when I see this first one, I don't go off that. I like to go to the actual person and see what they've actually wrote. And when you see what they've actually wrote, he's basically saying, he's like, yeah, they've made an inquiry, but that's it. And there's other teams involved. But the way you would think it's here, it's just like Man United. Like, we've gone out of our own way and just made this inquiry, and it's just us in for him. But look, there's Aston Villa's top, Man United, etc. So you just put us in there, etc. What do you mean, Man United, etc.? Who else is there? What do you mean? This is what I'm saying. It's like he just threw us in there. So I'm with you. I think it's fake anyway. News FC. We send every day. We just got news and we're not buying no one. Allow it. Go get me Watkins and Martinez and still cost less than Jackson. Yeah. I'm with that. But I'm going to show you something about Watkins. I'm going to show you his stats. It's good and bad. It's a bit weird, but I would definitely go for Watkins as well. That's my last option. I feel like that's the most realistic person we got left. Definitely no way for Nicholas Jackson. Things not going well for him at Chelsea. Bro, he's a walking card, mate. He's a myth, and he misses hella chances. That's why they wanted a striker in the first place. So I wouldn't go for him. And they're saying, what, 70 million, 60 million? That's madness. That's not happening. We need Watkins now. What they're saying on him now. I'm going to get into Watkins. Don't worry, I got you. I'm going to show you the last report we had on Watkins. And it's going to have like his stats and everything. I've got you, Kincaid, don't worry. We'll get into the next one, Rashford. This is what's come out the latest about Rashford. This is all last night. Marcus Rashford's price set by Man United is 48 million euros. You already know that. It's 40 million pounds in pounds. And then we got Barca working the Marcus Rashford and Luis Diaz deals, but without rushing. The Rashford deal is considered easier because Man United will agree to a loan, but with a mandatory purchase option. And then we've got Barca are aware that Rashford is willing to lower his salary to join. Man United are now also willing to accept a loan, but they will only accept it with a mandatory purchase option after the loan expires. So basically, we're trying to do an obligation because we're saying we can't be doing this every year. What is the point of doing this next year again? You went Villa, you come back. You're going to go. And what's going on with them is they're not really like saying, you know what, Rashford, we want you, we're coming through, that's it. They're not trying to gamble on him. They're saying we'll go for Rashford, but we only want him for a loan, and then we'll cede by the end of the season. So they're not even trying to go full in on him. They wanted Nico Williams. He turned them down. Then they turned around and said, we want Luis Diaz. That's why the middle one says they're still working on Diaz, even though I don't think they are because it's too hard. Liverpool's already told them twice he's not for sale. So I don't think that one's going to go true. But I don't think they're prioritizing him, man. They're taking kind of the piss out of him because if they wanted him, Luis Diaz is 75 million. Rashford's 40. Luis Diaz is not for sale. You've gone there twice to Liverpool. Man United are saying that Rashford is for sale. Luis Diaz is going to want a pay wage if he goes to Bayern. Sorry, to Barca. Rashford's taking a pay cut. Everything says go for Rashford. Rashford is twerking. He's going on there. The man's all following him on Instagram now. He's liking every picture. He's following the players. We might see him in pre-season watching him. Literally, the way he's moving, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him watching him in pre-season at this rate. Yeah, he's moving mad. Look at this geezer. Look at the last of the geezer. Look, forget the first article, but that's Deco, one of the sporting directors, saying he's not really convinced on him. So that's where the little hurdle comes in it. So that came out the other day. But look at the middle one and the last one. It says Rashford has liked Barca's latest post on IG. So he's following them on IG. He's looking at their goals from last season. Look at that. What's that? 10 or whatever, 15 amazing goals we scored in the last season. He's liking that tweet. He's following them now. He went on a Spanish podcast. Lamine Yamal, I want to play with the best. I love Barcelona. It's always hot and sunny. I can play as a centre forward. He is twerking for them so bad. He wants to go there. And I want him to go there. I hope he goes there. And this is the last report that came out. Before that one, there was this one. And then there was a report before that basically saying he's the number one target. But every time Fabrizio Romano's come out, let me let you lot know. Every time Fabrizio's come out, he's always said, Rashford, Thing's still the first target, Luis Diaz. It's still Luis Diaz. Barcelona still want Luis Diaz, which is still mad. It's a bit strange. But this is what came out the other day. Look at this. Yeah, literally yesterday. I'm saying the other day. This is yesterday's news. Look, Rashford's potential move to Barcelona is progressing. Handled by trusted agents. It's more financially feasible than the Diaz one. So they're saying Diaz don't make no sense. 75 million to 40. Diaz is going to want a wage. You're going to have to give him a bigger wage to come there. he is going to take a wage cut. So it's looking promising, man. You look at all these reports, it's looking very promising still. So we'll see what happens with it, man. But that's the latest news on Marcus Rashford. It's still heating up with Barca, but it's not coming out yet though that they want to buy him, that they're convinced on him and they want to buy him. It's just coming out bare little, we want a loan with a buy option. It's nothing ain't coming out that we want a loan with a obligation. We trust him. It's like they don't trust him. They think it might flop or something. So I don't know what's gonna happen, man. But Marcus Rashford, I don't know, man. I want him to go. Like he needs to go, innit? And he's been twerking for them. He wants to go. It's a dream move for him, he's saying. So it'll be good for him, man. And you got to remember, as soon as we get him off the wage bill, that's 300 something saved, and that 40 million we can spend it about 3 times, mate. Remember that. That's how it goes for academy products. So if Rashford goes for 40 million, we can spend 120 million. We can go crazy now. So this is what we're probably waiting for. This is why we're not scaring crazy with the signings yet, because we haven't got the money. So if Garnacho goes for 40, we can spend 120 because he's from the academy. Rashford, same thing. Sancho goes, we might be able to spend a little bit because of the wages. But if Højlund and Antony go, they don't really change nothing too much, but it's still good to get rid of them. So that's the situation with Rashford. Let me get a few of these and then I'll move on to the next one. I heard Watkins is linked with Saudi. But he's linked with everyone, man. I see something like that, but I didn't take it serious. You see me, I like links to kind of build up. When you're hearing a few things, that's when I'll bring it to you lot. If I see one article, I don't really like to bring it sometimes. I can't stand this Rashford guy, I swear. Everyone says that, man. Yeah, but we said he's twerking for Barca. He's going mad for them. He really, really, really wants to go there. Like, it's crazy. Okay, they can loan him again. We can loan Watkins. Nah, Villa won't have that. This is what I'm saying. You got to remember, we're in a position where we have to be loaning because it's public. It's public that we got beef with them. Villa ain't public. We don't know what happened with Duran. He might have fell out with Emery, and then he's got rid of him to Saudi. So every single other team, they have their little problems, but no one knows about it. But Man United, it gets leaked. Ruben is shouting at Garnacho in training, "You're never going to play again," and we know about it. Why? Do you know what I'm saying? You got to remember Rashford, obviously, we know we had a dispute with Ruben and whatnot, but no one, that's the only thing that ain't been leaked is what actually happened with Rashford and Ruben. It's crazy. No one knows. Because Man United better keep Rashford than Jackson. Rashford ain't going to play though. I don't like Jackson, but I would rather get Jackson in because I know Rashford ain't going to play. So what is the point of having Rashford here if he's going to be sitting in the reserves? Remember, he wasn't even on the bench. He only came on the bench for one game against Liverpool when we didn't have enough numbers. There's so much injuries. So I would rather get someone at least that can play. Put Jackson on the bench. He's better than Højlund. I'll tell you that. So I'm with you, Tabby. I'm with you, but I think Rashford ain't going to play. You know what I'm saying? United should have sold Onana before he got injured. What would you do with Sancho? Get him in a boxing ring. You know what? It is, Mike, yeah? Let me tell you the situation with Onana, yeah? Nobody is after him. How can we sell someone that nobody wants? That's the difference. So if it's easy to say, why are we not selling? Nobody wants these players. And on top of that, they're all entitled. Like, what team? We finished 15th. You've been put in the, like, yo, you lot can't come in. The freedom five, yeah? You can't come in, go find a club. It's not going to happen. So you all know you're not wanted. Boom, boom, boom. The World Cup is next year. So really and truly, all of them should be saying, let me just get a club, go ham, and get into that World Cup squad next year. But they're all saying, nah, I need this. I need this money. And Onana wants nice wages. Only person that can save Onana is Saudi. Monaco came in for Onana. They said, nah, we're not going to fulfill this one no more because it's not working. Rashford is saying, I only want to go to Barca. He's not listening to no one right now. Who else is there? So Rashford is saying, I only want Barca. Sancho saying, I'm not going to take a pay cut. Garnacho saying, I only want to stay in the Premier League. Anthony saying, I only want to wait for Betis. Bro, they're too entitled, bro. So no one is moving. This is what I'm trying to say to you, bro. So how can we sell people if they're not moving? You're talking about Onana. I want Onana gone as much as you, but I think no one wants him. And look, this is us trying to pull it out there. Let me show you about this. Look, this come out on the 7th here. So listen, Man United have put a 30 million price tag on Andre Onana, but he looks increasingly likely to stay at the club this season. And if you read the second one, let me show you the second article. It goes, Man United's goalkeeper coach George Vital and Ruben Amorim are said to be happy with Onana despite recent speculations over a move for Aston Villa's Emi Martinez. So if you was to read that, Mike, you'll probably think, what the fuck is Ruben doing? George, why they saying they're happy with Onana? But you got to read it properly and you got to look at it and think, wait a minute. Man United have put a 30 million price tag on Andre Onana, but he looks likely to stay. It's spin. So there's a 30 million price tag on him, but we're happy with him to stay. Where's Lenny Yoro's price tag? Where's Amad Diallo's price tag? Where's Bruno Fernandes' price tag? Where's De Ligt's price tag? Mazraoui. They don't have one because they're not for sale. So this is what I'm trying to say. He's for sale and we've put it out there. Yo, there's a 30 million price tag. So you know what? Just bring us a 22 million and you can take him. That's what we're letting everyone know. We're never going to take 30 for him. Just bring us a 25, 22. We'll negotiate under that and we can take him. So we're putting it out there, but you're obviously putting a spin on it. We're happy with him. That's how it goes. So they're trying to spin it to make it look like they're happy, but they put a price tag on him. So you bring us that money, they're going to go up to Onana and probably tell him, yo, bro, you got to bounce. And you got to remember, Onana is a big character in the dressing rooms. He's got main character syndrome. This guy runs from the goal line. Every opportunity to run from the goal line, he runs. If we got a free kick, if we score a goal, he's running from the goal line all the way to the action. He's got main character syndrome. So you can't have a guy like that upset in the dressing room for no reason. What's the point telling him, we want you to go, Onana, but no one's coming in for him. And then all he's doing now is sitting around the dressing room, making it a bad place, and then he's going to put that culture in there. You get me? So I think they've put the price tag on him. Anyone comes and brings them the money, they'll say, bro, I ain't going to lie to you, bro. 25 million's come in. We need you to go, you know. That's what I think's going to happen. But no one came in. Only Monaco. Monaco are still interested in the Onana, but potential buyers feel discouraged by the 30 million asking price. So that's the situation. That's what's kind of going on. Like I said to you, was looking at goalkeepers already to replace Bayern. So he was always like, I don't think he was always going to stay the number one for long anyway. So that's the thing with Onana. Watkins is okay. Watkins is probably the best option we got left, but I'll show you the stats on that at the end. At the end of this little row here, and you'll see what one. Can we get Rash the loan and move on? Why are we delaying what we know will happen? You know what it is with the loan, yeah? I think what they're probably doing right now is they're coming with like, we just want a straight loan. Yeah, we want Rashford for a year, straight loan, we'll pay whatever, half his wages, whatever. But we're not on that. We want the money right now. And then it's like, if we do give you a loan, we at least want it to be obligation. Not no Sancho obligation. You can opt out for 5 million, a proper obligation. So that's the situation. So it's just a weird one, isn't it? It's just negotiations, isn't it? You can either give in straight away early in the market, or you can wait to the end, and that's where it's a bit peak. So they might wait to the end of the market, come in for this loan deal, and then we have to just let him go because it's 325k. We don't want to be paying that. That's like $1 million something a month. We want to split that in half. All right, no problem. We'll give like a 600k a month. That's not too bad. I would rather Jackson over Rashford. Same. Could be the only. No, I wouldn't. I hear what you're saying. You're saying overall. I wouldn't rather Jackson over Rashford overall because Jackson is a walk-in card. He's a walk-in headache. He'll get sent off. He just does dumb stuff at dumb times. You're going for Champions League, gets sent off against Newcastle, but then again, I know what you're saying. Like Jackson's offered more in the last couple of years, but I don't know, man. I would rather Rashford over Jackson, but right now, I would rather Jackson because I know he will play. Rashford ain't gonna play. He's already exiled, and we saw it. This is not no sympathy thing where if pre-season finishes, Rashford's gonna come back to the squad. We saw what he done last season. He didn't play a game. Whatever happened with him and Ruben, it's not happening. That they can't have Rashford. Then they can't have Rashford. Okay, they can alone. I don't know what you mean by that, Chris. What do you mean, Chris? Rashford had been in Manchester casino on the pop. I'm like, probably all of that. I don't know. Something happened, but we don't know about it. That's probably the only thing that hasn't been leaked out of Man United is what happened with Rashford and Amorim. You seriously cannot be considering Jackson as our striker. This going backwards as a team. Mate, I haven't said once I want Jackson as our striker. I'm just reporting it, brother. This is what's coming out, that Man United have inquired about Chelsea, Jackson being up, whatever, 60 million. Then I've gone into the actual article because that's what I like to do. I like to actually investigate. And this is how it said it. It didn't even say it the way that he's put it. He's put it as if we just rang Chelsea and said, yeah, we inquiring about Jackson. We want Nico Jackson. When you actually look at the article, it said the door is open for Nico Jackson at around 70 million. It's about 60 million. An update will be made after the Club World Cup. He could stay or leave. English clubs have made inquiries. Aston Villa, MU, which is Man U, etc. Bro, it's not even clear. Like, what do you mean, etc.? Who's the etc.? What? Chelsea? It's not Chelsea. What Arsenal? Like, what are you saying here? So it's like you're just throwing us in there. It might not even be true because you've just gone Aston Villa, Man U, etc. What type of reporting is that? You know what I mean? That's how you talk about like a group of people in a selective thing. So what's he saying? The big six? Then I don't understand. So I think they're just chatting shit, man. I don't even think it's true. The fact that he's saying Aston Villa, Man U, etc., you just killed yourself. What do you mean, etc.? What sources do you know? Like, ain't your sources telling you every club involved is saying etc.? I don't get that one there. So I'm saying, let me tell you something, Zico, yeah? What I'm saying is, Nico Williams would offer us more right now than Rashford because Rashford won't even play. So I would rather have a player on the bench that can replace Højlund or whatever than have no player at all. Because we saw what happened with Rashford last season. He did not play a game. He got benched for City. He got benched for he left at home for City, I swear. Did he bench him or leave him at home? Whatever he done. He took them out of the team completely, didn't he? Him and Garnacho. But they didn't play a game. Garnacho came back. Rashford didn't play. So that's what I'm trying to say to you. Why would you rather not have a player that can actually play than not have a player at all? Rashford's not going to play again. We saw what he done, mate. We went to Liverpool, Anfield. He put him on the bench because we didn't have enough players to get on the bench. He didn't even warm up. He doesn't even warm up anymore, Rashford, if he's on the bench. This is how bad it is. So that's what I mean by that, Zico. I don't mean, let's get Jackson, make him our main striker. I don't like Jackson. He's a walk-in red card. I don't want him nowhere near this squad, bro. I think out of 5 players, Anthony's the only one I'm not concerned much about him because he is the only one that gives the best numbers during his loan period. Yeah, Paul, I'm with you with that one. So I think he's going to go back to Betis, but even them, they're trying another loan. We're saying, bruv, he went over there, ripped it up. We don't want no loan. You've gone mad. Pay your money. I'm with you. And that's the thing. It's because we finished 15th. No one looking at us. They look at players' attitude on and off. Exactly. And everything's so publicized. Garnacho thinks he's Ronaldo already. Like, it's mad right now, man. I'm with you. What was Ruben doing playing Shaw in the final? Bruno was rubbish in the final. I know, man, but that giving me PTSD, mate, man. I don't want to think about that final, blood, because it's fucked us up so much, bro. You got Tottenham using that same money that they won, just going to activate release clauses, bro. It's mad. Watch Ruben shock everyone this season. Remember, I said, I'm with you. I am with you, you know. You've seen all the players come back all lean. All of them have lost their weight and that. They're all lean. I don't know, and then apparently put them on a strict diet or something. I think he's gonna do his thing. It's 1 game a week as well. You get me? I think he's gonna do his things. So all the players have come back lean, bro. Look at them. This is just a few of them. But Højlund have all lost bare weight. Casemiro. So he's put them on a diet. He probably told them, we're gonna be running this season. Yeah, we're gonna be intensifying all of that. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But I've been still believing him, man. He's gonna have his first preseason with them. Hopefully, we can get a few signings for the door and we go for it. But I'm with you. With that one. Because I'm soft. No way, ragdoll. Anyway, I asked my dad for safe. Allow it. I know you guys don't like English players. Last time I checked Manchester and England World Cup next year, we got to have at least 1-2 players. Why fan base freak out all the time when one link? What are you talking about, bro? What are you on about? I know you guys don't like English players. Last time I checked, in Manchester and England World Cup next year, we got to have at least 1 or 2 players called up. Why fan base freak out all the time? I think the way you wrote that is a bit mad. Like, I don't get it really, but I don't get it still. But yeah, I like all players, bro, man. I like anyone that plays for Man United. I like them. I don't care where you're from, mate. But yeah, let's get into the next one anyway. That's Rashford. So let's get into the next one. Viva Garnacho, this geezer. He had the chance to go play with his legend, Ronaldo. I want to start coming from, because remember, Ronaldo's got part of the transfer now. They gave him a new contract. He gets some mad money a week, every day. They told him, you can talk on the contract. So he's gone in there and probably put out there, get Garnacho. So Alejandro Garnacho has rejected opportunity to pursue move to Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. Ronaldo's team had initial discussions to be part of the SPO title challenge, Saudi Pro League title challenge, but 21-year-old prioritizing Europe, Man United have allowed him to look at moves. So Viva Garnacho has rejected Al Nassr. Said, I'm not on it. I'm going to stay in Europe. I want to stay in the Prem. That's what he keeps screaming. So I think he might have even went if he never played with Ronaldo in United. If he never played with Ronaldo with United, I reckon he might have went for like a year or two, because he loves him so much that he probably would have wanted to play with his goal before he retires. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's rejected it. He wants to stay in the Prem. That's literally just come out at 8 o'clock. That's like the newest news that's come out. With everything here more or less is last night or boom, boom, but that is the freshest thing to come out. And McGrath broke that. Yeah, remember the name, you guys. McGrath. He broke that news. Garnacho has rejected a bid. Yeah, so remember that name, McGrath. I want to get into it. And then Juventus are offering, are ready to offer 15 million euros to Man United to try and sign Jadon Sancho. Obviously, we had rumors about him yesterday. What's his name? Sancho. Basically, that there was a bid for £8 million or something. Let me show you this bid. It's a mad bid. Like, it didn't even make no sense, but that came out yesterday. So 8 million, it's 10 million euros with add-ons. But when you look at it in pounds, it's 8 million. So it looks like a disrespect. I don't know who it's disrespecting. If it's disrespecting Man United or it's disrespecting Sancho. I don't know which one to feel disrespected by. But this come out yesterday. And look, Juventus have offered 10 million euros plus 5 million in add-ons to Man United for Jadon Sancho. So I don't know. Who's that disrespecting, you guys? Is that disrespecting Sancho? You're only worth 8 million in pounds? Or you disrespecting Man United? We said you wanted 25 billion. But what I think it is, why they said that, because you got to remember something, yeah? Sancho's being an idiot. He's saying, I want my money. You lot got to pay me off for my contract. This happened to us with Harry Maguire before he went to West Ham. Remember, when West Ham come from Maguire and McTominay, they tried to give us 60 million. Maguire was saying, nope, I want my money. What you lot owe me for my contract. So it stalled the deal, and then it ended up getting cancelled, and then boom. But yeah, that's what Sancho's doing. He said, I want my severance package. I've still got a year left. I would have got 6 million or something like that by that time. I want my money. So I think they might be doing it in a sense where it's like, you know what? Instead of giving you the 25 million that you want, we will give you 10 million, but we'll pay the package for Sancho. So that severance, whatever it's going to be, 6-7 million, we will pay it, and then we'll give you 10 million fee. What are you lot saying for that? So I don't know. That's what it seems like, because you can't be offering a man 8 million. It doesn't even make no sense. So this bid's got to be fake from Damasio, who used to be reliable for Italian news. He used to be reliable. I don't know about now. He's a bit weird. He's a bit hot and cold. But yeah, so now he's saying that basically Sancho, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen with Geezer, man. Every minute he's linked with someone, and then they just fuck off because of his wages. Chelsea was there. They offered him 180 to 200 grand a week. Ben Jacobs said it the other day. 180 to 200 grand. That's what they were paying for loan, though. Remember, they split the loan, didn't it? So they were paying him 200 grand. This geezer said no to Chelsea because he must have thought, I'm going to get bare people going to come in for me. I'm going to have bare people. So that's what happened to him. So he said no to Chelsea. Napoli coming. Napoli just won the league. They got McTominay bossing it. Lukaku, De Bruyne's just signed. Exciting project. We just won the league. Conte, same thing. Offered him money. He said, no, I want more. They said no. They walked off. They said, fuck this guy. Fenerbahce came in. Jose Mourinho spoke to him on the phone. We will pay your wages. Whatever you want, we'll pay your wages. Remember, they got some mad money in Turkey right now for wages, you know. Fenerbahce have just got, what's this geezer? Duran. They're paying his whole wage, 310k a week from Saudi. Duran's come from Saudi to Fenerbahce, and Osimhen, Galatasaray close to signing him. He wants a 300 something. So they got mad wages over there. They wanted to sign Sancho. He said, I don't want to leave the top 5 leagues. This geezer is a nightmare. So now Juventus is our last hope. So this is what said that they offered 8 million, and I don't know what happened. Obviously, nothing ain't come out about it. We ain't heard nothing about this bid again. So did it really happen? Who knows? But then after that, like I said, this is what's come out, that Juventus are ready to pay 15 million now. So maybe it's 15 million, and then they take the severance as well. I don't know, mate. But this geezer's a walking nightmare, man. Everyone that comes in for him doesn't last long. And Fabrizio's been saying it. Everyone's been saying it. The only problem with Sancho, no one cares to pay the 25 million. The 25 million is cool. The only problem with Sancho is his wages. He wants a crazy wage. And everyone just keeps walking away. Every time they hear his wage, they'll be like, yeah, I want Sancho. Everything's cool. What, 25 million? Yeah. Sooner they hear his wage, they go, what? Walk off. That's what's going on with him. This came out yesterday as well. This is the situation. Look, DiMaggio came out after that bid talk and said new contacts are taking place between Juventus and United to reach an agreement for Jadon Sancho. They are pushing for a player. This is Italian news. Then you had Core Sport come out and say Jadon Sancho has reached an agreement with Juventus for a salary of around 6 million per year. The English winger currently prioritising a move to Juventus. He can only prioritise a move to Juventus. That's the only team that wants him. And then it says here, now that Jadon Sancho has reached an agreement with Juventus, he is negotiating with Man United to get paid at the rest of his contract as he's taking a smaller contract at Juventus. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm saying that's the only reason that them paying us 8 million would make sense. Is if they take that last article, they take that themselves. They say, you know what, because it's going to take you lot long to pay him. We will pay him, but we're going to bid less. That's it. But it says they're pushing. They're the only team left. We haven't heard nothing about this is dead. Fabrizio came out the other day and said that they will not pay his wages that he was offering. What he was saying he wanted, they said they're not paying it. So I don't know what he wants. I know he's meant to be on like 275 to 300k. Chelsea offered him 200k. He said no. Napoli offered him money. He said no. Fenerbahce offered him everything. He said, I'm not leaving the top 5 leagues. And now we got Juventus. That's the only team that can save us. So I don't know, mate. We'll see what happens with the skeezer, the freedom fighter. He wants freedom, but he doesn't want to leave. I don't get it. So yeah, with this article anyway, Alejandro Garnacho, he's rejected opportunity to link up with his goal, Ronaldo, because he wants to stay in Europe. And he's already said multiple times that he only wants the Premier League. And Sancho, Juventus are already in a 15 million bid apparently. So we'll see what happens, man. Let me get a few of these and I'll move on to the next one. But this is the newest news up to date. And McGrath broke the news. Remember that name, you guys, McGrath, yeah? He broke the news. I think Man United are waiting for the new kit opening and they will sign Mbeumo for shirt sales. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Rashford, Maguire, sure. Everyone hates even Mount. Just seems to target them. Oh, you're talking about how the media like moves with English players. I don't really think so, man. Because look at Pogba. Well, look how they used to talk about Pogba all the time. It was crazy then. You know what I mean? Like Martial, like it's just Man United is just toxic. Anything that's massive, we've got a big fan base, innit? Anything that's massive will have good side and bad side. That's how it goes in life. So we're happy to have the biggest fan base. It's a flex. We tell everyone we're massive, billion. We've got people in China, Africa, everywhere, Asia. But you're going to have idiots as well. That's just going to chat shit and take the piss out of people. Look at Ugarte. Ugarte was on holiday with his girl, posted a picture of him and his girl, and he had his comments flooded, dissing him. It's crazy, bro, man. It's mad. Let the Al Nassr just bid 60 million for Garnacho. I'm sure we'll accept the bid. Bro, we would accept anything for him. That's not the problem about Garnacho. See, I don't think you're understanding, yeah, Hush, yeah? You see most of these players, the problem isn't the money of them getting bidded. The problem is these lot dropping their ego. So Garnacho saying I only want the Premier League. Who in the Premier League wants him? Chelsea was apparently linked with him, but are they going to come back in and whatever? You know what I'm saying? Barca, Rashford's only waiting for them. So Bayern Munich have said they want Rashford apparently. Rashford saying, no, I'm only waiting for that for Barca. So this is what I'm saying. It's the ego of the players. Sancho don't want to drop his wage. Anthony, Como came in for him. Cesc Fabregas' team. They're building up. They got mad money now. They're building up a mad team. Nah, I only want it for Betis. This is what's happening, bro. They got egos. They should be just jumping and saying, World Cup is next year. Let me go and prove myself. Preseason, da-da-da-da-da. But all of them are saying, nah, mate, I'm going to wait till the suit it proper suits me, which they got every right to be honest. But it's just like they've all got, every single one of them has got something. There's a barrier on one of them. Apart from Malacia, who half of us in the chat probably forget even plays for us half of the time, all of them have got, nah, I want this specifically. I'm not dropping my wage. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. That's how it's going. That's what's long in a lot of these cells. If they was just to go anywhere, a lot of them would be gone already. You know what I mean? Like Napoli wanted Garnacho. He don't want them no more. He said, I only want to stay in the Prem. Who in the Prem wants you, bro? This is what I'm trying to say. Who in the Prem wants you? People talk about Aston Villa. Aston Villa just sold their women's team. They're fighting FFP. So they ain't got Maguires like that, bro. It's only Chelsea or Boss. And Chelsea just sold Madueke and apparently Gittins is Madueke's replacement. Apparently, but I don't know. This is the last about Garnacho. This is the last thing that got said about Garnacho, apart from the bid today that got refused, yeah? Is London appeals to Garnacho and Chelsea remains interested. Sources say 70 million is what United have asked for, but the club insisting they haven't set a price. And Laurie Whitwell said this, and he said, basically, 70 million was flying about, but we ain't set a price. We want blind bids to come in. You know, when you go into a room, it's dark. You don't know what to expect. So come in, say what you want. Well, you'll probably ask them, what do you think he's worth? And they might say, 60 million. And we say, nah, we want 65. That's how they're trying to negotiate. And then it said this on the 7th. Laurie Whitwell, look, what's this? Garnacho massively favours a move to another Premier League club, and Chelsea appeals the most. Chelsea are interested if they don't move for Kudus. In that time, the 7th of July, the dates at the bottom till now, Chelsea have sold Madueke and Kudus has gone to Tottenham. So what do you think? That's the last of Garnacho, because he keeps saying he wants to stay in the Prem only. So the last of Garnacho, any interest in him, is if Chelsea go for him or not. And has their mind changed from the 7th of July or not? Because it's the 13th now. Because Kudus has gone to Tottenham, Madueke's left. So are they going to go for him or not? We haven't heard anything yet. Aston Villa's another one that might be in for him, but we don't know. They got FFP problems. And a bid coming today and they rejected it. Not even a bid coming today, rejected it. He rejected it. If he said, I'm willing to go, I'm sure Al Nassr would have fought at the 60 million. They would have probably paid 80 for him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, McGrath wrote the news. He's rejected it. He don't want to go there, which I don't blame him for. But it's just, yeah, this is what he's on. He's saying he wants to stay in the Prem. Leverkusen came in for him as well, you know, Ten Hag. And he gave them some mad wages. You got to pay me this. So this is what we're dealing with, man. I think Man United are waiting for them. Okay. Oh, Sancho too. Yeah, bro. Chris, that's because all the players do nothing for long. I would like to see Garnacho, Sancho, Anthony, Rashford back. Man United squad. We need to see changes, but not fake transfer. Yeah, that's not happening, Juma. Sorry, bro. Sorry to break your news, bro. This geezer has really showed what he's on, Ruben. If he excels you, you're not coming back in, bro. We saw what happened to Rashford, so forget about it. So the Sean, Sancho play with our youth team, you know, if you don't leave. Bro, he's the worst, man. Sancho's the worst Man United player that I've seen, man. He's gave us nothing. Literally, everyone's gave us something. Anthony scored in his first 3 games. I watched the Arsenal game, his debut. He scored, we won. He scored against City, even though we lost 6-3. He scored a good goal, and then he scored against Everton. We beat them 2-1. At least he gave us something, and he plays with a bit of passion, but he ain't got the quality. Sancho, get the skeezer out of it, please. And Mbeumo news, saw what Fabrizio posted. Let's hope the deal was done. Yeah, I got you, man. I showed the video as well. He said he done a little video yesterday on his channel. I posted it earlier. I might play it in the end as well for those that missed it. But yeah, Fabrizio's he's just basically saying the more or less the same things. But my thing is, look at the geezer that just broke this news, McGrath. I'm going off him right now. Yeah, that's who I'm feeling optimistic for. I'm going to show you lot in a minute. I stopped respecting Garnacho when I play him in a Villa shirt. Yeah, he went mad with that one. This is why I say he moves young-minded. He don't really have a lot of people around him that's guiding him that how they should be. Harvey, what about Bruno on his bad final? Anthony, Club, Onana, he's been injured. Yeah, and all those guys. I think all these guys are going to leave, but they might leave a bit late. They might leave a little bit late. What happened with Luke Shaw? Bruv, you see Luke Shaw? Luke Shaw, I say this example. It must get boring to some of you, yeah? But I got to say this for some of you, yeah? You see the Saudi Pro League, yeah, that just came in for Garnacho. They don't want to save us. They save everyone. When Chelsea needed saving, Kante, Koulibaly, Mendy will take all 3 of them in one window. No problem. When Liverpool needed saving, Firmino, Henderson, Fabinho will take all 3 of them, one window. It's our turn now. Luke Shaw, Onana, Casemiro. They don't want none of them. It's like every single person watches us. It's like everyone watches Man United. Like, nah, man, they're so shit. We don't want nothing to do with them. No way we're going in for him. Saudi saying no. You know how mad that is? Luke Shaw, remember, I do this every day. So I come in with all the little... I've got not one thing about Luke Shaw. Not one team. Not even a fake report from like the Sun or something. Like Luke Shaw is linked with fucking Inter Miami to play with Messi or something. Nothing. I've got nothing about Luke Shaw, not one time, bro. He has to go injury prone, but where is he going to go? Who's going to get him? This is what I'm saying, bro. It's mad. Bro, are you agree if Rodrigo joined to Man U and pick ST position? Yeah, that would be a good buy, but it's not realistic, man. It's not realistic. And if you lot don't know what he's talking about, I'll show you lot. This came out yesterday about Rodrigo. There was links about Rodrigo yesterday. I'll show you lot what he's talking about. This is it. I don't think it's true like that, but he's reliable. George C. Python is reliable for Real Madrid and Barcelona. He's reliable for Spanish news. But all he's saying is this: look, Man United are looking for more wingers, and Rodrigo is one of the players they really like since a long time. And he just says it like, we want Mbeumo, and we're looking at more wingers. So I don't think he's lying, but what is that? We really like Rodrigo. We really like a lot of players. You might really like a girl. What does that mean? Does that mean you're going to go for them? Like, it doesn't mean anything. So what he's saying is probably true, but it doesn't mean nothing. So, yeah, bro, 100%. But I think if he was to leave Real Madrid, he'll probably go to Arsenal, man. They're in a better position than us. They're proper in for him. I don't know if they can afford him, though, because they're looking at Eze. He's 68 million. Gyökeres, he's meant to be like 70 million. And then they got, who else they got? Madueke just signed. It's too much players, man. It's not going to add up. So we'll see. But that's the situation about Rodrigo, what he's talking about. True. Are you sure? I'm not sure about what? Ifiani. What am I sure about? What are you asking me? I'm sure we would have set even 55 million. 100%, man. 100. I'm with you. We will. 55 million, even 50 million for Garnacho. You got to remember something. The moment Garnacho goes for 50 million, we can spend 150 million in the transfer. We will go crazy. But remember, and everything's done in installments anyway. So out of that 150 million we get, we will only have to spend like 50 this year. Because say we buy someone for 60 million, we only have to pay 20 this year, maybe 20 the next year, except it's installments. So if Garnacho or Rashford goes for cash, mate, we got money galore. Man, always checking in on my G. Brian, wish his dreams come true. Joining us for a cute that Fabrizio update. I'm in love with it as of now. Yeah, I played it. I'm going to play it before I leave as well. Don't worry. Whoever's missed out, I've got you. Come on, chat. Smash the like. Smash the like, my peoples, man. You know we do this every day for you, look, man. No days off, man. Make sure you subscribe as well, man. Normal stuff today. So, yeah, man, that's more or less it with Garnacho. He's rejected the bid. McGrath broke the news. That was this morning. I'll move on now. And this is Mbeumo. So look at this now. Ryan Mbeumo is expected to arrive at Man United this week before the squad goes on tour. Breakthrough negotiation expected in the coming days for the Brentford forward. So that was broken by, look at the name, McGrath. He said that yesterday, yeah? And the only reason I'm kind of taking it serious is because he's the one that broke the news about Onana. He broke the news. So he dropped the bomb and then dropped another bomb in that bomb. He said Onana has suffered a hamstring injury in pre-season, blah, blah, blah. And then at the bottom of it, he puts Mbeumo deal latest. And that's where he talks about this. So he knows a thing or two. And oh my God, you don't even pre what's going on. Look, so he broke the news about Onana yesterday. And then he spoke about Mbeumo in there and said a breakthrough in the coming days. And then he woke up this morning and said, you know what? I'm going to drop another bomb in there and broke the news about Garnacho. This is what we're dealing with, mate. This is what we're dealing with. So that's why I'm saying McGrath, man's got to have time for him. Yeah, because a lot of you that come in here, oh, we need the here we go. We need the Fabrizio. Mate, he's breaking news left, right, and centre. You've got to have time for a lot of these guys. This is what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying you can't just come out and be saying there's a breakthrough in negotiations expected in the coming days. He's expected to arrive at Man United this week before the squad goes on tour. I told you about pre-season already. What's happening in pre-season? Tour starts on the 22nd. That's when we fly out. So it has to be next week. So that's what he's saying. He's going to come in next week and he's coming on tour with us and Mbeumo. We fly out on the 22nd. The 19th is just a friendly. That's nothing. It's the 22nd is when we fly to America for 3 days. That's when we need him in. But remember this, guys. This is McGrath who broke the news about Onana. And even when you look at Ben Jacobs' comment here, he goes, Onana will miss, McGrath called because he called it first. So that he's bigging him up. You get what I'm trying to say to you? So this is what you lot got to pre. So you lot might think, it's the same old stuff about Mbeumo. We hear it every day. But bro, he's breaking news and telling us more info. So he knows something about Man United. he's got some sort of link in there. And this is what he's saying. So I'm saying, bruv, I'm feeling a bit optimistic more with this. If this was just a normal update where it's like, yeah, Mbeumo, Man United are optimistic, then I'll think, no. But he's saying, Mbeumo is expected to arrive at Man United this week before the squad goes on tour. Breakthrough negotiations expected in the coming days for the Brentford forward. And he said that whilst he broke the news about Mbeumo yesterday, and then he's woke up today and said, you know what? These guys don't believe me. They're still doubting me, and broke the news about Garnacho. So you lot take it for what you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? Look at the time and date at the bottom. He broke the news about Garnacho now, rejected. You're probably going to see Fabrizio now come out and start tapping in and saying, Garnacho rejects a bid, blah, talking about it, but McGrath broke it. So this is what I'm trying to say. So I'm taking this Garnacho, this Mbeumo thing with more venom now. Like, okay, let's see what happens this week coming now, in the next coming days. Because he's saying he's expected to be at Man United this week. Breakthrough negotiations expected in the coming days. So that is positive news for Mbeumo, man. I'm telling you that now. Man, you need to sign players. I'm with you, DJ. I'm with you. But big up, thanks for the amazing show. Durex, normal, man. Come on, man. We do this every day, man. Make sure you lot subscribe, man. This is normal. This don't stop. Every day. Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever day. 3 times a day. We're giving you lot what you need to see. We're not missing a thing. Yeah? Some people are too bougie. We're not doing that. Onana is very clever getting injuries, so we can't sell, get independent check. You know what it is with Onana, though? I don't think he was even going to go, to be honest with you. I don't think he was ever going to go because no one's in for him. This is what I'm trying to say to you. I don't think he was going to go because no one's in for him. But let me tell you something, though. We've been linked with players anyway. Look, this is after the Onana thing, yes? Look at the time difference. Let me look at the time difference so that I can show you how people just make stuff up, yeah? 1:51, McGrath broke the news about Onana being injured, yeah? Look at this. Look at the time on Donnarumma. Literally after that, 3 o'clock, now we're linked with Donnarumma. Serious interest from talks, team talk. It's just bullshit, mate. We're not linked with Donnarumma. We ain't got no interest in him. He's never coming here. He plays for the best team in the world right now. If he's going to leave us, he's not going to come to fucking Man United. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just bullshit. But anyways, yeah, this is basically the alternatives now that we can get in whilst Onana is injured. But let me show you something about John Victor. We've been linked with him for ages. We've been linked with the Skeezer. The Skeezer in the picture. We've been linked with him for ages. As it says here, Botafogo are preparing the possibility of departure for John Victor, who has a proposal from Man United. United are willing to pay his 5.9 million release clause. He played in the Club World Cup. I watched him one game when they got kicked out. He didn't have a stink or nothing. Even the goal that they conceded, it took a deflection, etc. And then obviously Critchley speaks about it as well. And then they talk about Lamens. That's another person that we might be linked with. He's a young keeper. And Vitek is one of our keepers from the academy that has he's come back. But I don't think we rate him like that. Because if we rated him, we wouldn't have kept Tom Heaton. Think about it. If we got Bayende and Nana, we'll have Vitek then. He's back from loan. So I don't think we rate him like that. But let me show you something about this Botafogo keeper, John Victor, yeah? This was obviously yesterday. As soon as the Onana stuff, that Fernandez guy from Go Brazil's come out and said, yeah, we're preparing a bid, whatever. But look how long we've been linked with the Skeezer for and how much time we've been linked with him. Look at this. Look at the bottom right and look at the date at the bottom of that. 29th of June is the first time we were linked with him. And look at it go. This is, by the way, if you look at the blue at the bottom, that's the journalists' names, yeah? Reluctant Nico, Bola VIP, Fernandez, Geg Lobo, Andre, Brennan. This is all 6 different journalists, majority of them all in Brazil, linking this geezer to us every day, more or less, till the 5th. So this is from the 29th to the 5th. We're linked with him all the time by 6 different journalists. That's why I was like, rah, there's too much. There's got to be something in there because it can't be too much smoke without fire in it. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's too much. And then Laurie Whitwell, who is very reliable for Man United News, he came out and basically said the same thing. And then yesterday we had this from obviously Fernandez. He came out of nowhere and said that we're ready to pay it. And then when you look at MJ Critchley, he's another English journalist. So all of them reports I just showed you, that's in Brazil. That's Brazilian. This is Brazilian sources. This has nothing to do with England. And then this is when it's touching like England now. It's getting closer to us. Laurie Whitwell spoke about him as well, like I said. But look, let's read the last one. Onana was set to remain Man United's first choice goalkeeper for the upcoming season following last month between Bayern there is the second choice goalkeeper, but he did not impress during the matches he played last season, and therefore club officials have continued to monitor the goalkeeper market. John Victor is among the list of potential targets. So this is what I'm trying to say to you. We've been looking at this John Victor guy for ages before thing. We've been looking at that way before Onana got injured. Onana only got injured yesterday. So we was already going to replace Bayern Day. Bayern Day is so terrible. We was already going to replace him. This is what I'm saying. So now that might just push it a bit forward. But even Bayern Day, who the fuck wants him? This is what we're dealing with. These guys, nobody wants these guys, bruv. And this is why we are where we are. We've made no sales. The only money we've made is from sell-on clauses. Literally, bare sell-on money, man. Joke thing. Let me get a few of these and I'll move to the next one. But yeah, bruv, that's the situation with Onana, man. And that's mostly for Mbeumo. Like I said to you, this is just Mbeumo. My man said there's going to be a breakthrough in negotiations expected in the coming days, and that he's expected to arrive at Man United this week before the squad goes on tour. Remember, Mbeumo was meant to come back to training on Monday, you know, and they told him, no, just chill for another week. So maybe they knew this is going to come to an end. And this is from McGrath. He broke the news about Onana, as you can see from the first document, and then he puts it in there, Mbeumo deal latest. And that's when he talks about this. And then he woke up this morning and said, you know what, mate? I'm going to break some more news for you lot. And then he broke this about Garnacho. So we've got to give him some credit and rely on it. It's not just Fabrizio that breaks news or David Ornstein. Sometimes it's other people like McGrath. So we can say he's very, you get me? Man United need a goalkeeper because Onana is not serious. 100%. I think we're going to get the John Victor geezer. I think we're going to get him. Yo, Mitch, we send hidden. Pick up yourself. Garnacho's chapter at Man United is closed. What do you mean closed? Oh my God, I've just come across that Fabrizio update. Garnacho's chapter. What are you talking about? It's closed. Garnacho's plan remains clear. He wants to continue in the Premier League this summer. His chapter at Man United is closed, but he wants to stay in the Premier League. What does he mean by that? He says some mad stuff sometimes, man. What does he mean by his chapter at Man United is closed? Oh, it's finished. Yeah. Why would he say closed, though? This geezer's a madman. I can see, yeah, love for that. Yeah, everyone's getting onto him in the comments. He don't know what he's saying. He's saying closed. He shouldn't have said that. He said his chapter is closed, like you're confusing everyone. But what he means is his chapter's over at Man United, but he wants to continue the Premier League. So if you read it like that, Leandro Garnacho's plan remains clear. He wants to continue in the Premier League this summer. His chapter at Man United is over, but he wants to stay in the Premier League. But because he's saying closed, it makes it like, what do you mean it's closed? Like, what? He's going to stay? Yeah. Everyone's saying, what? Everyone's in the comments confused. He's literally staying, Fabrizio. He's not. What do you mean he's not staying, Fabrizio? So he's staying? Safe. Yeah, he's gone, man. This is Fabrizio just tapping in, telling us what we already know. This is what Fabrizio does. We already know that Garnacho wants to stay in the Premier League. We already know that his chapter is over at Man United because Ruben Amorim's whatever. So you're just tapping in because you've seen someone break news. You want to always feel involved, so he has to come and say something about it. This is what I'm saying about this geezer. I can't have him on notifications. That's why I need you lot to save me. That's why Man United, you're the best, bruv. Big up yourself, Man United. You're always bust. Man United's put so much bombs in it. This is probably the first bomb you've put in this week for Man United, though. Everything's been like other teams and that, Kudus and all of that. Love for that as well, Durex, you showed me as well. Love for that. Appreciate you, man. Go get him now. At least he can get to low shots and save penalties. Oh, John Victor. Yeah. He's seeming like he's the guy that's going to replace him, man. 5.8 million. You can't really go wrong with that. That's cheap as well. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we'll see, man. I love that United. We should move forward, to be fair. Yeah, of course. Big up Man United. Yeah, Man United comes in here and drops bombs all the times. But usually it's been like, Madueke signing for Arsenal, boom. I'm going to show you lot what they're talking about. Let me share my screen and show you lot, so you lot can see what's going on here. I'm going to show you lot right now, don't worry. So basically, this geezer is just tapping in. He's doing what he usually does, and he's just tapping in. Let me show you right now. Look at this. Tapping in. He loves tapping in, bruv. So McGrath's come out, broke the news, and said, yo, Garnacho to thing, Garnacho's turned down Saudi, blah, blah, blah. And why has he got the exclusive thing there? He's got the exclusive. Like, Garnacho's plan remains clear. He wants to continue in the Premier League this summer. He's chapped at Man United, is closed, but he wants to stay in Premier League. He's told us that already like 50 times. This is what I'm saying. This geezer just loves tapping in, man. It's crazy, bro. Tapping merchant. Tapping fab. Back post fab. This is what he's talking about. So he's seen this, can't hack it. Oh my God, he's broke the news about something. And that's what happened yesterday. McGrath's come out, broke the news about this, Onana, broke the news about Mbeumo. Not even breaking news, but he just gave us more of an update. Fabrizio's gonna done a video. And that's why I'm giving you the video. You get it? That's what I'm saying to you. But that's what I'm saying. Because McGrath broke this news this morning about Garnacho, he's rejected Al Nassr. He feels like I've got to say my bit now to make people know. That's why he's come in and he's saying all of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, joke thing. But yeah. Safe. Let me get a few of these. Boom, boom, boom. Of course, it's finished, bro. It's over. Yeah. He's got us right, Mitch. Yeah, it's over. He should have just said over. This way he pronounced it was a bit mad. Closed. People are confused. What do you mean he's chapped at Man United is closed, as if like he's staying? You know, like that. You know what's mad about this? What do you think is reasonable finish at United next season? A class it as Amrin's first season. I think that's how they classed it as well, you know. I think, bruv, I think we should get in the top 8, man. But I need to wait for the transfer window to close. Because right now, like I keep saying to you, we've got the same team, bar Cunha. We've lost Garnacho and just got Cunha. That's it. Literally. We've lost Garnacho and just got Cunha. That's the only thing that's changed. So I'm looking at it now. It's like, is that really going to change much? The only difference, obviously, we've got pre-season now. We've got 1 game a week. We can really work on these ideas. Amrin, if it's going to work, this system is going to work this season or it's not in it. We're going to get to know it one way or the other. So that's the only benefit of it. It's 1 game a week, which is kind of boring for us because we're so used to playing 2-3 games a week, etc. So, yeah. King K, and a few of you lot came in the chat earlier and you were saying Watkins, yeah? So let me get into Watkins. Who was saying Watkins again? King K. Yeah, a few of you lot said you wanted Watkins. Watkins is okay. Watkins, Saudi. Give me long Watkins. All right, cool. Let me show you that about Watkins. One sec. This is what. Remember, I keep telling you, look, Watkins is more or less the last reliable guy that's left that anyone reliable has linked us with. Yeah, Laurie Whitwell is the most so reliable for Man United news. He's not a journalist that does like everyone. He only does Man United, and he said we're in for Watkins. Ruben Amman wanted Gyökeres. He wants Arsenal. He's twerking. Forget about him. Osimhen's wages. He said he's not going to leave Galatasaray. He wants the bag. Galatasaray's giving him the bag. No problem. All the best. Ekatike's 85 million. You've had 1 season that you've been okay. You scored 15 goals. Nothing mad. He's 85 million. That's 100 million euros. Another potential project. Well, okay. We're not doing that. Christopher Nkunku. He's come up with some chats with Garnacho, but that was about it. We don't really want him. Watkins is the last guy left that I will say, yo, he's got something to him and he's already doing it in the Prem. And we've been linked with him. The only hurdles with him is 60k. This is the benefits of Watkins. 127 goals and assists in 223 appearances. He's Villa's all-time top goal scorer with 75 goals. He's the first Villa player to score 15 league goals in 3 straight Premier League. So he's got consistency, bro. He was in the leading goal scorers last season. I had a better article for him that it showed all of these actual things as well. But yeah, so I think this is the guy, man. Literally, I'll say I don't think there's anyone that's better than Watkins at the moment that is left and more realistic. If you don't know someone more realistic as a striker, that's going to be a good price and everything, that is better than Watkins in the Premier League, let me know. We spoke about Mateta. Some people said Mateta. I showed you, lot. We're not linked with him. He's linked with AC Milan. That's the only person he's linked with. It's AC Milan. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but he's not linked with us. That's more of fans want it to happen. This is more about Watkins, and it gives you a more in-depth about his career. If you look at the middle article, we linked to him again. What's that? A couple of days ago from Court Offside, it just said Ollie Watkins a top target for Ruben Amorim. He might be a top target now because out of what's left, he might be the top target now because we can't. Who else can we get? So when you look at his career, he hasn't scored 11 goals in the last whatever how much that is 7-8 years. Minimum 11 goals Watkins has scored. If you look at Villa, his first season in Villa, he scored 16 goals. Remember, Villa's been it was shit for a while, you know. They've only kind of got goodish. So when it was shit, relegation type of Villa, like they were doing bullshit, 16 goals, 11 goals, 16 goals, 27 goals, 17 goals last season. Last 3 seasons, he scored 15 goals, 16 goals minimum. So I think this guy is the best option we've got left, I'll be real, out of a striker. The only downside about Watkins, there's about 2, well, maybe 3, that I will say is he's going to be 60 million, which we're definitely not going to pay. So we might be in the same situation as Mbeumo when it's a long thing, they're taking forever, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes he goes missing in games. Like, you see him. Like, I remember that the final against, the semi-finals against Palace, he was a passenger when he got slapped 3-0 against Palace. And then he went to the box in the same night, but everyone was talking about Rashford. Why is Rashford gone? Even though Rashford was injured and never played, Watkins was there as well. That's 2. And this, if you look at the last article, just go straight to the last article, and it says, big chances missed. Ollie Watkins tops that list. That's for the whole of last season. He missed 27 chances, bro. That is mad. You get me? And obviously, we've already had that little problem with Garnacho and Højlund. You can see them in the picture. They have to be the face of that picture there with big chances missed. That was early in the season. The first picture with the Højlund and Garnacho, that was early in the season. It didn't end like that. It started like that at one stage. And obviously, Aston Villa's in there. That's probably Watkins playing a part, of course, with that 27 chances, sorry. So that is the only thing I would say about Watkins is that he goes missing sometimes. He can't do that at Man United. He can do that at Villa and then go watch a boxing game and no one ain't going to talk about it. You can do stuff like that. That's what I said about Emi Martinez as well. He can make mistakes at Villa and all of that. Emi Martinez has got more mistakes than Onana, but we don't see it because they talk about Villa all day. Nothing ain't really going to happen. So they talk about United, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, that's the situation with Ollie Watkins, man. That's the only thing. I will still go for him because I think he's the best of the rest. But the only thing about him is that he tops that list there. Look, big chances missed, 27 big chances missed is madness. And I remember watching him against Arsenal because I was doing a hate watching him. He had 2 sitters and he missed both of them. And this is the other striker that we've been linked to by someone 30, which is Laurie Whitwell. And he says, Man United have been keeping tabs on Moise Kean, who has a 52 million release clause, 45 million pounds. It can be triggered until the 15th of July. So that's in 2 days. Unless we sell someone in 2 days, I don't think we're going for him. I'll tell you that. So United are the Premier League club to have shown the most interest. This geezer scored 19 goals in Serie A, 5 in the conference, scored 25 altogether last season. He went about 4 years being shit. Look at that. 20 games, 0 goals. 40 games, 8 goals. 42 games, 6 goals. And then for PSG, he scored 17 goals. Bro, that's too inconsistent, bro. I don't want this geezer anywhere near us, please. I know he does the dog thing, the gritty. So some people might like that, but mate, I ain't got time for that. Let's get Watkins. Like I said, the only thing about him is the big chances missed. And even if you look at this, I put this in there yesterday. It's got like you look at the goals and assists, the middle one. That's goals and assists for the whole of last season. And Mbeumo's in there in 3rd. Salah went crazy, by the way. And Mbeumo's in there in 3rd. Watkins is there with 24 goals and assists. Cunha's in there with 21, and Bruno's in there as well. So that's some good company to keep. You get me? But then when you look at this first one, shots on target per match, this is where I think it's going to change everything for us. And this is what made us finish 15th. Look at the shot conversion rate for Manchester United. Go to Manchester United. We're 12, by the way. But this is the backside of this article. We're not in the first side. Of course we're not. So with shots on target per match. So look at the shots that we've had per match. 4.6, we're 12th. But look at our conversion rate. 8.7. Oh, is that 8.3? I can't even see it properly. But look at our conversion rate and compare it to every single person on that list on the back page. Just compare it. Only one team we've got a better shot conversion rate than on this, and that is Southampton. You know how mad that is? We don't convert our chances. Højlund, Garnacho, prospects. This is what I keep telling you about Ekitikes and Seskos. Some of you that will come here and talk about Sesko and da-da-da-da-da. Mate, we can't do this project stuff no more, mate. We need prime. People that score goals, they do it in the league. Killers. Rest in peace, Diego Jota. He was a killer. You know what I'm trying to say? He put him in the box. He's scoring. Any opportunity. Salah, killer. You got what I'm trying to say? This is what we need. Harry Kane, killer. Like, we need killers, bro. 8.3 shot conversion rate. 8.3. Look at Leicester compared to us. Look at Ipswich. They got relegated and they score more than us. And they convert more chances than us. You know how crazy that is, bro? So this is what we're dealing with, man. This is what needs to change. When that changes, we won't be nowhere near the backside of the league. We won't be on the second half of the table. It won't happen. 8.3, bro. Everton's got more than us. Wolves had Cunha. They had more than us. Forest. Ipswich. Come on, bro, man. This is embarrassing, bro. This is what we're dealing with. Oh, yeah, look. Yeah. Let me get a few of these and I'll get into it. What do you think about reasonable? Great show. Best United update by far. Big up. Keep safe. Big up yourself, Cavani, man. Love for that, man. Appreciate it. Is it true? Nicholas Jackson. Yeah, Nicholas Jackson. We've got a little rumor about him, but I don't know if it's true, but I'm going to show you. Nicholas Jackson is upgraded. Not going to lie. Look, Nicholas Jackson is in this league, in this list. Look at that. The big chances missed. Nicholas Jackson is in there. Look at that. Big chances missed. Watkins tops it with 27. Nicholas Jackson is 5th. That's how it finished the Premier League. You understand? Obviously, the more chances you get, the more you're going to miss, innit? Obviously, look at that. Salah's missed 24, but he scored goals and assists. He got 47. He went bananas. So it happens to the best of them. It's not like man saying you're shit. So you get more chances, you're going to miss more chances. You're going to score more chances. It's just normal, innit? So Ollie Watkins tops that with 27. All right, let's look at this, innit? Maybe it's just a problem when you're missing more chances than you're scoring. Because Salah, he missed 24 chances, but he got 47 goals and assists. So it don't really matter. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But Watkins, he's got 24 goals and assists, and he's missed 27. So it's a bit like, it's like half. So he's a hit and miss. 1 minute he'll score, 1 minute he'll miss. But still, I'll still take him at United, man. Because 15 league goals minimum in the last 3 years in the Prem is not easy. So, and you're doing that at Villa. With United, we've got Cunha and Mbeumo behind you. We should be getting a bit more. You know what I mean? Jota was a bags man. Any chance I force him confidence, 100%. Jota, certain man are just bags men. Like, even Trossard in the box. Someone like Trossard, I hate Arsenal. But every time it falls to Trossard in the box, he bags it more time. Like, certain man like that. It's crazy. Man United was poor management system on transfer. No, man, we fucked up ourselves. Højlund, Ten Hag, you don't want none of these players as well. He put us in this position. Onana, Højlund, Anthony. You don't want none of them. Crazy. But at least Jackson getting the right area. Rasmus just stands there still too much. Still lightweight. 100%, man. G, I'm with you. Like I said, innit? I want Watkins. Everything matches the bill. This is him. He hasn't scored 11 league goals. Minimum 11 league goals he's had in the Prem. That is good, bro. That is good. I think Mateta done that this season, and everyone's talking about Mateta. And he only done that this season, I think, Mateta. So he's done that every season, minimum 11, even for Brentford. You know what I'm saying? So look at that, bro. Last 3 seasons, he scored 16 goals minimum. 16, 27, 17. Come on, bro, man. I'm with that. Nicholas Jackson's a myth. Let me go to the document about Nicholas Jackson and show you. This is what it came out about Nicholas Jackson. Man United have inquired about him, blah, blah, blah. But when you go to the actual document, because this geezer is the same geezer that broke the Euro news. That's why everyone's gassed. Trust me, he's reliable. He's the geezer that broke the Euro news. Rare, rare. And he says, the door is open for Nicholas Jackson around 70 million euros. After the club World Cup, blah, 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 he can stay or leave, yeah? And then what's this now? He says, English clubs have made inquiries. Aston Villa, Man U, etc. What do you mean, Man U, etc., bro? If you're LinkedIn and you're telling us what's going on, say the fucking clubs. What do you mean, etc.? That's like me saying, yeah, man, we should be beating all the relegation teams, Burnley, etc. I'm just like putting Sheffield United in there. What? You're not saying the clubs. So that doesn't even make no sense. It's just like, so with our page, United Exclusives, pull it out there as if we've rang them. Man United have gone out their way, rang Chelsea, said, we want Jackson now. Bro, that hasn't even happened. This geezer just put us in there with Aston Villa. Aston Villa, Man United, etc. So who's etc.? Arsenal, City, who? He doesn't even know. In Italy, Napoli's interested. He's just talking, mate. So I don't believe this one here. Don't think anything of it, man. But this geezer brought the Euro news. But it's not how it looks. When you look at it from the Man United page, you would think, oh my days, it's just us. We've just called them and just won him. No. He's talking about a group of teams that have inquired, apparently. It doesn't mean anything. So don't get giddy. Don't think, this is who we want. It's not even true. I don't even think it's true. Kev, I know, but I can't watch Rasmus again. So can't I. Jackson to United, I'll leave this club and never return. Blood, these are walking card. I think the referee's already got his name as a yellow card before the game even starts. He's already got Jackson, Caicedo, and Delap when he plays for Chelsea. Goes to Chelsea, just got them ready because he already knows he's going to get booked. Minimum. So yeah, man, that's Jackson anyway. Like I said, Moise Keane, he's another one that we're looking at. I don't know if this is going to happen, but I think Watkins is the guy, bro. If you lot can think of someone else that's better, let me know. But I think this is the best guy left. Not that's realistic. Do you know what I mean? It's not the guy I want. I want an Osimhen. I'm not sitting there going gassing up Watkins. Yeah, he's the guy. No. Out of all that's left, we've got to settle ourselves. We missed out on Champions League. We ain't got money. Blah, blah, blah. 15th. Watkins is the guy, man. It's the only guy left, I would say, that we can get. Mateta would be good, but we haven't been linked with him. So me talking about Mateta doesn't make no sense. We haven't been linked with him once. The fans want it to happen. We keep talking about him, but we haven't been linked with him. Laurie Whitwell, who's reliable, linked us to Ollie Watkins and Moise Keane, but his release clause for 52 million can only be triggered by the 15th, which is in 2 days, and we ain't even wrapped up in Mbeumo. Never mind going for this geezer. So it's one or the other. Now that's a situation with that. Like I said, he's missed the most chances. That's the only thing about Watkins, the last article on the right. But apart from that, I feel like he's the best guy left. Yeah, so basically the news today, the main news today was obviously Garnacho. He rejected the opportunity to go and play for an Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. Cristiano Ronaldo's team. Initial discussions to be part of the Saudi Pro League title challenge. But the 21-year-old is prioritizing the Premier League, not Europe. Yeah, he's prioritizing Europe as in he wants to stay here, but he wants to stay in the Premier League. That's what he's on. So he's saying, I only want to stay in the Premier League. Mike McGrath broke the news today. The same geezer that broke the news yesterday about Onana, that he's suffered a hamstring injury, blah, blah, blah. And then he came out and said Mbeumo is expected to arrive at Manchester United this week before the squad goes on tour. Breakthrough in negotiations is expected in the coming days for Brentford forward. So he broke the news about Onana, said that about Mbeumo, and he said, what, you lot still don't believe me that I got links, and broke the news about Garnacho. So you lot take that for what you want to take it. Something might be happening this week with Mbeumo. Hopefully it does. But I can't see him saying this with venom, with chest, for no reason. And you're out there just breaking news every minute. You know what I'm saying? So he knows a thing or two. And he's saying, expect Mbeumo this week before the squad goes on tour. I've told you that about tour already. Tour, we go play Leeds on the 19th of July in Sweden. And then we fly out for tour on the 22nd of July. That's when we go to tour. And then there's a 3-day thing in America. Tour is in US. So we leave on the 22nd of July. So we've got 9 days now. We've got 9 days to get Mbeumo. That's what's going on. The 22nd of July is when the plane goes. So 9 more days for Mbeumo to get on that plane, and then he can go and play the US tour. And then we get back to Manchester, Old Trafford. We play Fiorentina, friendly, week before Arsenal. And then, yeah, that's the situation with that. So let me summarize more or less. Let me get these and I'll summarize it. I would not take Nicholas Jackson. I'm with you with that one still. I'm with you with that one. But at least Jackson getting the right area. Watkins, a must. Kev, I know, but I can't watch Rasmus. I said these, isn't it? Jackson for where? Are we even serious? I don't even believe it, King of BET, I don't even believe it, bro. I'll take it with a pinch of salt. My man said Man United, etc. You're not even talking with Venom himself. I don't rate Moise Kean. I would rather Action Jackson. Moise Kean was so bad at Everton. I don't really rate him either. He's inconsistent. But yeah, let me summarize this, innit? So Moise Kean, we'll just start at that. Fuck it. Moise Kean, Lobby Whitwell, who is reliable for Man United news, basically just told us, and he said that we kept a few tabs on Moise Kean. Yeah, so Lobby Whitwell said that. If you look at Moise Kean's fucking record, he's got no inconsistency in his game, mate. He is terrible. He literally scored 25 goals this season, 19 in the Serie A, Conference League. But look at the gap till the last time. 5 years ago is when he was that guy. Look at that. That's madness, isn't it? That's inconsistency, mate. The thing about Garnacho on his Premier League thing is he's not interested in teams like Leeds, Everton. Bro, that's what I'm saying. He thinks he's Ronaldo, so he wants to go to a big move, but no one even wants him. This is what's crazy, but we'll see about this geezer, man. We'll see what happens to him. Would rather Michael Jackson. This geezer's funny still. So that's Moise Kean wrapped up. Let's go straight to Michael Jackson. Fuck it. And then we got Michael Jackson. Action Jackson, they're calling him. Man United have inquired about Chelsea striker Nicholas Jackson. The door is open for him to leave. So this is what came out on the United exclusive. Obviously, I follow them for all the United news, then I bring it to you lot. So when you look at that, you're sitting there thinking, what? Why are we in for him? But see, this is what a lot of people see. They see that only, and then they just start typing, oh my God, we're not serious. Fuck this club. I don't do that. I click onto the actual person that said it, and I read what they said. So he said it in French. I've translated it, and he is saying Nicholas Jackson for around 70 million can leave Chelsea, blah, blah, blah. English clubs have made inquiries, Aston Villa, Man United, etc. What the fuck do you mean, etc.? What are you talking about? If you're a source and you're coming in and you're telling us something's happened and you've got info, what do you mean, etc.? Man United, etc. Who's etc.? Man City, Arsenal, who? So it seems like he's just throwing us in there. Aston Villa was first. He didn't put Man United first. He said Aston Villa, Man United, etc. In Italy, Napoli's interested. So he's just throwing a lot of names in there. But our guy that's put this news out for the Man United, this United exclusive, why has he not put Nicholas Jackson? Why has he not basically translated it like this? Aston Villa, Man United, etc. Napoli also. He's just put it that Man United are interested. So we're all sitting there thinking, what? Man United have just called them and said, we want Jackson now. Like, inquired on their own thing when it's other clubs made inquiries. We don't know when these inquiries might got made. They could have got made in January. Who knows? So don't take it with a pinch of salt. That's what I'll say. It doesn't mean that it's serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not saying it like Manchester United are exploring a deal or they made contact. It's just Man United, etc. He's not even being serious what he's saying. So yeah, that's the situation with that. Then we got Ederson. We're linked with him. So that came out basically. This was on the 7th. This is a few days back, but I didn't bring it in, so I'm bringing it here to let you know that we're linked with him again by another source because we've been linked with him a few times this summer, and this is the last time we're linked with him. Look at this. Wharton as well. It said, if Man United can boost their budget with incoming transfer fees, there might be headroom to move for a midfielder like Atlanta's Ederson or Palace's Wharton. Fabrizio spoke about it as well in April. Look at the date at the bottom, 24th of April. So April, 30th of June, Alfredo spoke about it. And then obviously it got spoke about on the 7th. So he's still in our books, but we need to sell first. Once we start selling, these guys will go. You know what I'm saying? So that's the situation with that. Then we got Marcus Rashford. Obviously, bro, people, get the likes up, man. How are we on 59 likes, man? Come on, man. You know I do this for you like every day, man. Yeah? And if you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe as well. hit the likes up, man. Come on, my peoples. We got Marcus Rashford. This is the latest on him, basically. That boom. We've set a price. It's 48 million euros. Obviously, that's 40 million pounds. We've been saying that from the beginning. We only want 40 million pounds for Rashford. And Mars is coming out and saying that we're working on Luis Diaz and Marcus Rashford, Barcelona, sorry. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's true. They already said, reports already came out saying that they've dropped out Luis Diaz because he's too pricey and it's only going to be one or the other. Because remember, Fabrizio kept coming out and saying they want Luis Diaz still, but Liverpool rejected them twice. They said he's not for sale. So this came out yesterday saying Rashford's potential move to Barcelona is progressing. Handled by trust agents, Arturo Canelles. It's more financially feasible than the Diaz operation. So he basically shut it down and said, it's one or the other, bro. You get it? Like, it's not going to be both of them. It's one or the other. There's also talks about Rashford taking a 40% pay cut, blah, blah, blah. He's already said he'll take a wage cut. I don't know if it's going to be up to 40%, though. That would be raw. He's really twerking for them, if that is true. So we'll see, man. We'll see. But this is the last that's coming out about Rashford. Obviously, Fabrizio spoke about it on the video as well. I played it. If you ain't seen it, just when this gets uploaded, as soon as I come off, basically, you can just rewind and you'll see the video. Fabrizio's talking about Rashford at the beginning. So that's the situation with Marcus Rashford. Hopefully, he gets his move. I think they want a loan. We want a loan with an obligation. If it gets to that, but right this second, we're saying to them, you tried to pay 58 million euros for Nico Williams. You've got money. You've got the money. So why are you coming in for loans when you tried to pay money for Nico Williams? So allow it, basically. We need the thing. But yeah, Fabrizio speaks about him and Onana and then Mbeumo in the video. And missed the video. Can you replay it? I might play it before I leave. Let me summarize. I might play it before I leave. For you, Man United, just because you drop bare bombs in it all the time, you always show us what's going on with Fabrizio. I can't have him on notification, bruv. If I have him on notification, it goes off so much for the stupidest stuff. He'll notify you and say, Sesko just followed Arsenal on Instagram. I can't put him on notifications. So yeah, I got you. 59 likes. Big up to you. Big up yourself, Darren, man. Jackson could go to United. No ways. He's not leaving your dusty club and coming here, mate. Yeah? You need to worry about the Club World Cup today. PSG, they're giving out smoke. That's what you need to worry about right now. Marcus Rashford, Bournemouth, Monaco, Valencia, etc. But I don't care where he goes, but he needs to go anywhere. So Shaw gets a parking ticket on his birthday, 250 grand roll. That's nothing to them, mate. They get them all the time and they just throw it. It's easy. 1, 2, 3. Yo, I was on the stream yesterday. Gonna come in more. Keep up the good work, G. Big up yourself, Max, man. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Man United, I got you. Don't worry. I'm gonna play the video just before I leave. But yeah, that's Rashford more or less wrapped up. Hopefully he gets his move. That's the latest on him. Obviously, if there's more news later, I'm gonna update you. I told you that I'm here all day for you lot, every day. Sancho, this came out yesterday. Apparently they bidded 8 million for him. That's in pounds. 10 million plus 5 add-ons. But we ain't heard no much about it. So we don't know what's gonna happen, if it's true or not. Who knows? Do you know what I'm saying? But remember, Sancho's only got Juventus left. Chelsea was gonna give him their 200k to stay. He said no, he wants more. Who else was there trying to give him money? Napoli tried to bring him in. He said he wants mad money. They said no. It's just, yeah, he's just a different kind of guy, man. He just wants money, basically. So I don't know what's going to happen with him. Everyone that's coming in just keeps leaving. It's just not looking good. So I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. And then hopefully he ends up moving, man. I told you already, all these guys are going to go. It's just about when they're going to go. That's the problem. Keeper alternatives. Obviously, Onana's injured. But so we're looking at keepers, blah, blah, blah. There's some bullshit about Donnarumma. Don't believe that. That came out literally about 2 hours after the Onana thing got broken. Lamans, that's someone we're interested. But John Victor, this geezer, we've been linked with him a lot. And there's a lot of reports saying that we wanted him from ages ago, before Onana got injured. So I thought we're going to sell Bayern for about 3-4 million. And then we're going to come in for this geezer. Do you get it? 5.9 million. Replace him. And then he might take over Onana's spot. Slowly but surely. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. And then last but not least, we've got these three, which is, obviously I showed you about Watkins, innit? This is just his stats. I think this is the last guy that we can go for. Ollie Watkins, a top target for Ruben Amorim, Man United. He's got Premier League proven. He scored 16 goals minimum in his last 3 games. I think this is the last guy. If you look and show me a striker that we can go for that makes sense, not including the Osmans and the Gyökeres and all of that guys that have rejected us, let me know. But I think this is the last guy that we can possibly go for. Pre-season, I've told you about the dates already. And then this is the last 3 that I was going to tell you about. That obviously I've already said, but I'm summarizing. So we had McGrath that came out yesterday. Mike McGrath. Remember this name. This guy is serious, man. He came out yesterday, broke the news about Onana being injured. He suffered an injury, hamstring. Ben Jacobs said the same thing. And then he bigged up McGrath. He said, as McGrath called, because he broke the news. So he's giving him his credit. And then as he broke that news, as you can see from the first document, he says, Mbeumo deal latest. And then he spoke about Mbeumo, and he said Mbeumo expected to arrive at Manchester United this week before the squad goes on tour. Breakthrough negotiation expected in the coming days for Brentford forward reports. So he's saying he's expected to come this week. He broke that news, and a lot of people were like, nah, I don't believe him. Who is he? Even though he just broke the news about Onana, and he was the first one, and then Fabrizio and all these guys came and started talking about it. He said this about Mbeumo. So I'm a bit optimistic because I'm like, rah, he broke the news about Nana. Then he said this, so he must know a thing or two. So bare people was doubting him in the night. Like, I don't know about him. He might not be true. He said, what? You lot are doubting me? Woke up this morning and broke the news about Garnacho. You get me? So McGrath, you lot got to watch out for him. He broke the news about Garnacho's bid now. Alejandro Garnacho has rejected opportunity to pursue move to Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. Blah, blah, blah. The dates are at the bottom. It all adds up, yeah? Onana first, spoke about Mbeumo, now Garnacho. So, big up McGrath. We'll see what happens. Obviously, Garnacho wants to stay in the Premier League, so we'll see what happens with that. Mbeumo, we're going to see what happens this week. This week seems like it's a serious week. Even Fabrizio, which I'm going to show you now the video that Man United asked for. Yeah, I got you. Appreciate it, bro. Love, man. No problem, man. I'm going to show you the video what Fabrizio said. It's only about a minute. It's not that long. And he says about Mbeumo, next week is kind of crucial. And that's what he's saying. So I think Fabrizio doesn't even know nothing, but he's trying to like, because he's seeing that my man saying this week, the squad goes on tour. So he's adding little words in there just in case it happens. So he looks like he said it first. But this is what Fabrizio said on the on Onana, Rashford, and Mbeumo.
Then, guys, let's move to Manchester, because of Marcus Rashford, many questions, guys, on this one, but Rashford knows that Man United want him out, the club, the management, the manager, so Rashford is prepared to go. The desire of Marcus Rashford remains Barcelona. That's not something new. Since January, Marcus Rashford wants to go to Barcelona, and in the recent days, after the Nico Williams deal collapsed, Rashford maintains his position. He knows that for Barcelona is important to be aware of his desire to go to Barca. That's not a secret. Rashford would love to go to Barca. So the message is very clear from Marcus Rashford. But at the same time, Barcelona, from what I'm hearing, still have to decide internally what they want to do for the new winger. So at the moment, Barcelona had not started a real negotiation with Manchester United. Barcelona registered this interest from Rashford, spoke to Marcus Rashford camp several times to be informed of the situation. And then Barcelona also started understanding the numbers of the deal from Manchester United. So they are aware of everything, but there is still no formal negotiation between Barca and Man United for Rashford. Because Barca have to decide internally what they want to do with the winger. The dream is Luis Diaz, Rashford is dreaming of Barca and is available, so it's on Barca now to decide what they really want to do. On Manchester United, guys, it's also important to say that Onana suffered an hamstring injury today, so he will be out for several weeks. For Manchester United, this probably means that he's not going to leave this summer. That was already complicated. Now probably this injury rules out any move in terms of exit for Onana, despite some interest from Saudi. But I can tell you in the last weeks, Onana already started focusing on the new season with Manchester United, on doing his best for Man United, basically restart, now starting the new season with Ruben Amorim as coach. So he really wanted to focus on doing his best for Manchester United. So that's the situation for Onana and his future. We wish him to return as soon as possible from his injury. And then, guys, don't forget, when you ask me questions on Javi Guerra and Manchester United, on other players, that the topic the main focus, the absolute desire for Manchester United remains Bryan Mbeumo. The contacts are still ongoing between United, Brentford, people involved in the deal. Mbeumo still wants to go to Manchester United, and the club maintain their confidence, their optimism to get the green light and sign Bryan Mbeumo in the next days. So still no breakthrough in this story as of tonight, but Manchester United keep working, keep negotiating, keep advancing to find the right structure for the deal. They are working on easy and difficult add-ons, trying to make Brentford happy with their final proposal. So Man United are on it. The Mbeumo deal is absolutely alive at this moment, as of this weekend, with Manchester United prepared to push again in negotiation and get Bryan Mbeumo in a crucial target for their summer transfer window.
Yeah, so basically Fabrizio just said a whole load of nothing. But yeah, I'm going off my guy, McGrath. That's the guy I'm grabbing my hopes on now. I'm not really hearing him. He said the deal is absolutely alive. He doesn't know nothing. He hasn't heard nothing on his side, but he feels he has to touch on everything. So he's touching on Onana because McGrath's broke it. And it's come out that it wasn't him that broke it. So he's going to always add his 2 pence. Onana's injured. He's going to stay. We already know that. Everything he basically just said, if you lot can tell me something that you heard in there that you didn't know already, then just let me know. Because he's just repeating what's going on because he has to like tap in and let us know. I like Fabrizio because he breaks bombs, but he repeats a lot of news as well. Do you know what I mean? And since I've been doing this, I see a lot of different journalists that get the news first, and if Fabrizio will make a call, and then he will drop the here we go, and everyone will say, it's solidified because it's the here we go. But sometimes there's other journalists that do it first. And I've showed this with the young boys, especially the little kids, that there's other journalists that sometimes come true and they get the here we goes first. Like I'll show you that about Sully. Let me show you that about Sully quickly, in case you don't know. If you're a Man United fan and you're on Twitter, make sure you follow my boy Sully. Yeah? He's different. Let me show you what's going on right now. And why I tell you that about Fabrizio, he's a bit, you get it? Look at this. We had this young boy, Man United come out, confirmed it the other day. Yeah, his name's Enzo Canabiec. He's gone to Luzon. You know Nice, Sir Jim, he's got 3 clubs. Man United, Monaco, and Luzon. They're in Switzerland. So we've signed him, and then he's gone to Luzon. So we confirmed it. Man United put it on their page. Confirmed, we've signed the 18-year-old striker, Enzo Canabiec, the striker who joined blah, blah, blah. He didn't even do here we go. He didn't break the news. He just said confirmed by Man United because he didn't know. That's on. Look at the date on that. 10th. The 10th of July, that's when it got confirmed. Go to my boy Sully on the top right. So skip the middle one and go straight to the third one. Understand Enzo Canabiec has successfully completed his medical test and officially signed his Man United contract today. The 18-year-old French striker is set to join as free agent. Look at the date on that. Look at the date on that. 1st of May. 2 months ago, this geezer already signed for us, and Sully told us that. And this guy waited till Man United came out and said, he never knew nothing. He didn't, here we go, nothing. He just confirmed what Man United's already put up. So he didn't know. Let's look at the next geezer. Talented 15-year-old centre-back, Harley Emsden James, has signed for Man United. Here we go. Here we go. Like it's broken. That's his way of saying the news is broken, it's done. 100% it's done. Premier League approved transfer. United recruitment team have been tracking Emsden, blah, blah, blah. Boom. Look at the date at the bottom, yeah? 9th of July is when he said that. Go to the bottom right and look at my boy Sully. Emsden James to Manchester United is a done deal. 16-year-old expected to join the under 18s with a fee of 1 million being paid to Southampton as compensation. Blah, 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 blah. Seen as one of the best CBs for his age. Aston Villa, Arsenal, and Chelsea were in the race. Look at the date at the bottom. 22nd of June. This geezer only caught on the 9th. That's like 2 weeks later. So this is my point to you lot. You got to give time to certain journalists, bro. When they're coming true and they're doing certain things, they might be that guy. McGrath's come out. He's broke the news about Onana. In that same article, he said, Man United expected to arrive. Man United. Bryan Mbeumo is expected to arrive at Manchester United this week before the squad goes on tour. So I'm believing in him. Breakthrough in the negotiations expected to come in days. So he's broke the news about Onana, said that, and then he's broke the news about Garnacho today. So I'm believing in this geezer. I'm telling you like that now. Yeah, I'm having hope this week. This whole week, I'm waking up. I might put my notifications back on. Where's the hit? Like, where is it? You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm trying to say, though. You got to have time for all of them, because some of them, they get the news first, and then these ones tap in. Fabrizio will see them talk about it, go and make a phone call, confirm it, and then he'll put the here we go. That's what happens. So come on, man. There's loads of journalists out here still. Last time we left in a week, training flip-flops. Yeah, it's true. Anywhere with Morgan Law Firms. What's that? What's that? What's Morgan Law Firms? Onana out for 6 weeks. Yeah, he's missing everything, man. It's probably gonna be a little bit longer as well. Probably should now. What are you not talking about law firms? What are you talking about, Derek? Is Onana faking an injury? Nah, I don't think no one wanted him. So he doesn't need to fake it. Nobody actually wanted him. Mike McGrath asked Morgan. I don't know what you're on about, bro. Apparently there's a chance you might get Mbeumo tonight, but because he returns to training tomorrow. Boy, like I said to you, look, boy, I'm notifications are going off from McGrath right now. So we'll see. And he said breakthrough negotiation expected in the coming days. That's on the 12th, which was yesterday. So coming days could be could be today, could be Monday, could be Tuesday. I don't know. But he said he's expected to arrive at Man United this week before the squad goes on tour. We've got one more week until tour. I keep telling you, look, we fly out on the 22nd of July. 22nd of July is when we fly out. So that's about 9 days from today. So if we need to get Mbeumo in the next 9 days, wrapped up, medical done, everything, for him to come on that tour. So the next 9 days is crucial. And my boy, I'm calling him my boy now, McGrath. I'm calling him my boy. Fuck it. My boy is saying that it should be done this week. So we'll see. I don't just look at Fabrizio. I look at all the journalists that are breaking news, and then Fabrizio comes in after sometimes. So I've got faith in this guy. We'll see what happens this week. And obviously Ben Jacobs felt left out. This is what I'm saying to you. This is what happens with a lot of them, you know. They feel left out and they have to say something. Look, McGrath broke the news. And then look, Ben Jacobs made a phone call. It's a bit confirmed. He's had to say, yeah, no, we'll miss Man United. McGrath called. So he's letting us know. McGrath called it first. But yeah, I've done my research and it's true. So they always got to tap in, a lot of them. When one breaks the news, they're like, rah, he broke it. They've got to do their research and then tap in. Same thing here. He said that about Mbeumo, and then he's come out yesterday and said the same thing. Yeah, Man United continue to work on Bryan Mbeumo with the hope they can have him in for pre-season tour. Parties remain in advanced talks. What the hell is there that we don't know? What does that make sense? Like, I don't understand that. We already know that. So he's just tapping in. This is what they do. Like and subscribe. One of the best news channels here. Let's help grow this channel. Come on, man. Gamer, love, man. Appreciate it, man. You know the thing, man. Like, subscribe. We're here every day for you lot, man. Yeah? It's just a button, bro. Just hit the button and let's keep going, man. Derek, you're chatting shit. I'm getting rid of you. You're just an idiot. Safe. Like, talking about law firms and all of that. Like, you've gone mad. But, cool. Saying nothing, man. That's it, more or less summarized. I'll be back on later, of course. Let's see whatever happens. Hopefully, we can get something tonight. But McGrath, I'm with him. This guy's dropping bombs. He's dropping bombs and bombs with it. You're dropping Onana and you're dropping Mbeumo with it. And then you're waking up in the morning saying, fuck it, I'll drop another bomb. Bam. So now we need a new bomb later on, and it needs to be Mbeumo. But saying nothing, man. Man United are moving like Mbeumo's a side thing, but they're not taking it serious. We need to wrap it up as soon as possible. But I see you lot all in a bit. Love for everyone that's been in the chat. Everyone have a good Sunday. And I'll be back on later. Peace.
Got some celebs pull up local. You know we are next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat. They're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up? Let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat. I'm more